Look, they're trying to come back because you were really good at something. Please scroll on if this doesn't resonate. I'm just going to read these cards and you use your imagination, okay? The good, kind of crazy, and adult fantasies. But I also got, it feels like you always slip away and your life has just begun. And this is the second reading today where this card has come out, and I haven't seen it in a while, so it sounds like the same energy coming through. You had to slip away from this. Your life began because you slipped away. I'm really getting a strong energy of someone who's just using the most... how to put it, the most basic desires to try to win you back because that's what's on their mind lately. Because I think this person actually, they're going through a lot, and when you're going through something, what do? You turn to addictions. You turn to things that make you happy, right? And I think this person tends to do that. And maybe you do too. You know, we all do. It's human nature. We're all addicted to something, even if it's something good. There's something filling that void in your life. There's something giving you your dopamine, your serotonin. And that's what this person's looking for. They're looking for a dopamine fix. It's more than dopamine, but it's not like full-time relationship. And I don't know if this person, the energy I'm getting now, and this may or may not piggyback off that other reading, but your life has just begun. Like, you finally have moved on. That's the thing. I feel like you finally have moved on emotionally. Like, maybe even by yourself. Like, you chose yourself. You didn't choose another person. You could have. And, and I think this could even be someone who you compare other people to them because it was special what you had, but at the same time, you don't necessarily want to go back to them. I just think that you're deluding yourself if you think that things have really changed that much. Lesson learned. Positivity, that popped out as I said that. This is like, okay, maybe you have learned your lesson. Maybe you have some positivity about this. And that's the attitude. Like, look, if that's what your discernment is telling you, if that's what your spirit is telling you, that you actually have learned a lesson. And that, you can go into this relationship brand new, but you have to understand something. When I say go back into this relationship, it might sound casual to you or to one of you, but it may not end casual. At least your feelings may not. You know what I mean? It may reignite feelings that, and you know what? It might not even be for you. It could be for them. Take that into consideration. Take that seriously. Maybe you're the one who's learned the lesson. Maybe you're the one who actually could go back and, have some kind of connection with this person. Because I'm just being real here. I'm not here to lie to you. These are just very human problems that come up and that people of all ages go through. All ages, and it doesn't matter what you look like. The stuff I'm describing here happens to a lot of people. And I think this person doesn't even know their own boundaries. I think this person's going through some stuff where they don't realize they're looking just to fill a void. They could end up getting more attached to you. I think maybe before it was the other way around, like you were more attached, but the tables turn. And at this time, it could be they're going to get more attached to you, and you don't want that. I just really feel like you finally established, like maybe you learned a lesson from this before. That could be the lesson that you learned. Look, seriously, this was all about you learning lessons. That's why this come through in 2 readings. You hide your pain, can we make it work? You had to hide your pain with them before. This was someone who, that's why you had to get away. That's why you feels like you always slip away. Oh my gosh, that card comes out so often. Okay, it's because you couldn't be yourself with them. And you had to tiptoe, I think. Or not even just that. I just think you just couldn't be yourself. Like maybe the person you were wasn't good enough and you constantly had to just mold yourself into someone you could never be. Look, these are all things you have to consider. What I really just need to do over and over again, like the main message here is just know that this is not just a casual connection, that no connection, seriously, and I wish I'd known this a long time ago, no connection you make with your body, even if it's not that, even if it's not anything that serious, everything's an energetic connection. That's why I'm not a hugger. I don't understand that whole thing. And I think as a society, I think we've been groomed to just be huggers, especially in the United States. Not the whole world isn't like that. And for good reason, because that's how people come up and stab you in the back. And I've mentioned this before on this channel, and I feel like it goes along the whole, like, oh, everybody's a hugger. It's just like opening up to everybody's energy and just allowing people to come on in. It's like, I don't want to smell you. I don't want to touch you. You're a stranger. And I'm talking about strangers here. I'm talking about, like, it's one thing to hug and touch and, be with people who you know who that person is, but you're connecting to, think about this. Think about the energetic connection you make with just touching someone with a handshake. Okay, which we could just bow to each other. That's what we could do. Or just think about that energetic connection you make just locking eyes with someone. You take it this far right here, that's a huge energetic connection. That is like, I mean, you're a groundbreaker. Okay, you have a lot to do. Your life has begun. You learned a lesson. Like, seriously, I feel like you're on an island over here by yourself. Even this, okay, this is all cards like you over here, and the rest of this is like your old life. This is the bridge between you and your old life. You learned a lesson, okay? Here's you, groundbreaker. Life has just begun. Being all positive, doing good things. You learned a lesson. What was the lesson? Oh, that, maybe this person wasn't the right one for you. Good, kind of crazy. I think you bonded over, there was a trauma bond here. And this is a compliment. Crazy can be a compliment. Weird can be a compliment. This is, this is not a good thing. This good, kind of crazy, I think, it's a good thing for you, but not necessarily a good thing when connected to this person. At least in the past. Let's go back to this lesson learned. Did you learn your lesson? If you want to contact this person, think long and hard about it, because you slipped away before. You had to hide your pain. Just know what you're getting into. Know what you're getting into, okay? And I think you do. Let me give you a couple cards to encourage you. I'm not trying to curse you. Seriously, I try to be very careful with my words. But I also have a message to relay, okay? And it's coming through loud and strong, and that's something somebody needs to hear. So let me pull 3 cards and give you some encouragement. I do these cards to call those things that be not as though they are. We pull this energy in, whether you believe it or not. You are thankful for the abundance that always flows your way. You achieve everything you want in life, and you have positive thoughts. I love how that came out with the positivity. I think, and that's a lesson I've learned myself, is positive thinking will lead to positive results. I never thought I'd really believe that, but it's true. So keep going. You're doing well with that. You are doing so well. Look, you are achieving everything. Things are going well for you. You are abundant. And I think maybe too, this person sees your abundance. That could be one of the things about you that does it for them. They feel like, wow, that they're just doing so well. I want to be a part of that. But I do think that they actually have pure intention at this point. I don't think I really am not getting a sense of this is someone who is out to harm you, honestly. But I just think they would do it anyway, because that's who they are. And we're humans. It's human nature. I'm not trying to always say that we're always perfect. We all go through life hurting and being hurt. And I think this is someone who doesn't realize the power of their connection with you, who doesn't realize where they are in life right now. This is about them, really. They don't realize how vulnerable they are. And I think if they get reattached to your connection, to your abundance that always flows your way, it could take both of you down. This is just a lesson you have to learn. You have to make sure, is this a socket you want to plug yourself back into? You know what I mean? Any connection you make is just like plugging into a wall socket, okay? That's the energetic connection you make, even just touching someone. Imagine doing way more than just touching, you know what I mean? Anyway, you're fine though. You are doing so well. You are a groundbreaker, and you achieve everything you want in life. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.